I won't be the only person that this has happened to.
This is the moment Zaina Iman was searched by Greater Manchester Police, stripped of her clothes and left face down on a cell floor for hours. Zaina was held for a total of 40 hours, during which time she alleges she was drugged and raped while in custody. But when she tried to prove what happened, she hit a wall. Out of 40 hours of police CCTV logs, she believes more than 4 hours of footage are completely missing. Zaina believes the missing footage is part of a cover-up.
Everything was done to try to silence me.
And she feels that Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, has betrayed her. So what happened? Back in February 2021, Zaina was arrested after police broke into her home to carry out a welfare check. She had taken cocaine earlier that evening and one of her friends dialed 999 because they were worried about her. But after knocking the glasses off a female police officer's face, Zaina was taken into custody at Pendleton Police Station. It was here she was strip searched despite appearing to be unconscious, and here that the alleged rape happened. She recalls being asked by a police officer whether she'd had anal sex before, and then the video cuts out. Shortly before she is released from prison and discharged to hospital, she recalls putting her hand between her legs and feeling blood. Police then hospitalised Zaina, claiming that she had an acute psychotic episode. However, her medical records, which I've seen, show she had no history of mental health problems. Doctors concluded her symptoms were highly likely to be caused by a date rape drug, and said given her symptoms it was not delusional for her to claim she had been drugged and raped. Zaina believes the police fabricated the psychosis narrative to discredit her memory of what happened in custody.
I was subjected to section attempts, jumped up charges, character assassination as well. They told everybody I was a mad woman.
Zaina tried to piece together the sequence of events from cell footage and police logs. She submitted a subject access request and contacted Andy Burnham in April 2021, just 2 months after she was released from custody. In June, she received a response from Baroness Beverley that said a review of Greater Manchester Police's footage did not find any evidence to support Zaina's allegations, and assured her there was video footage covering the entire incident. But it took Greater Manchester Police a year to hand over the footage, and when they did, Zaina realised key sections were missing. Most importantly, there was a gap between 9:49 a.m. and 11 a.m. Police logs also did not match the CCTV footage. At around 5:39 a.m, it states a medical examination was concluded, but the footage shows Zaina still sitting in her cell. The strip search conducted at 3:26 a.m. was also not logged. In total, Zaina says 4.5 hours of her detention are completely blank. Police have only admitted to 2 hours of missing footage.
We are confident on those 4 days there's never been those 2 hours of footage that we are missing.
But Zaina says their story kept changing.
It's gone from it existed, it got corrupted. None of their stories have tallied up.
In July 2023, Zaina went public with her story. She waived her right to anonymity to get answers. Her story led to Mr. Burnham promising a full investigation and commissioning an independent review into how police treat vulnerable women in custody. But despite first contacting Mr. Burnham 5 years ago, she claims the Manchester Mayor only acted after a public outcry forced his hand.
If I hadn't have waived my right to anonymity, if I had not have released the footage that I did release, and if it hadn't have caused a public outcry, I wouldn't have heard from Andy Burnham. He said he would help me every step of the way to get what I wanted, and it was lip service. It was lip service. He's not delivered on any of his promises. It was damage limitation because he's also the Police and Crimes Commissioner, and Greater Manchester failures directly reflect on him.
To this day, Zaina has still not recovered the missing footage from Greater Manchester Police.
Greater Manchester Police caused an injury, so I've gone to everybody asking them for a band-aid, but instead of providing the band-aid, every interaction I've had with them, every email, every phone call, every fake promise, it's like They're reopening the wounds over and over again.
Zaina says the 2024 independent review, led by Dame Vera Baird, did nothing to help her.
The Baird review was his way of solving the issue. What are you going to do as your role as mayor? Surely having predatory officers working for Greater Manchester Police and allowing that to continue for the last 5 years, that can't be safe. I won't be the only person that this has happened to, and I'm well aware of that. I don't believe the system is broken. I think it's deliberately designed that way.